Hello there. Today I want to talk about a specific topic about women who have the audacity to insult you for rejecting single fathers. I decided to have a short break from social media until a comment of a bitter loser came to my attention. I wrote on a video that single fathers are trash, and I got a notification and read the comment where she was enraged, calling me names, saying I probably can't get a man myself, that's why I'm racist and hateful. But the weird part is that I don't see what's so racist about not wanting to deal with train wrecks called single fathers. If that makes you a racist, then heaps of men are racist for not dating single mothers. Oh wait, I forgot, it's not racist and bigotry when men reject single mothers, because when men do it's called a preference or dodging a death trap. All I like to say to you ladies is don't drop your standards so that angry women will shut up. Deny single fathers like they would deny you if the shoe was on the other foot. Don't let these idiots insult you saying that you probably can't get a man. Because only desperate women who don't have a lot of options would take a gamble and deal with these disasters in human form. Dating a father with kids that aren't yours is always a losing game. You are the loser because it is you who will lose the most, and the single father with his kids are the ones who win the most. He has a free babysitter and sugar auntie for his children, because you are also expected to pay for his children and use your free time to cater to his children. Dates will never feel like dates, because daddy will be texting his children all the time during dinner, and when the kids come along it's pretty much a daddy and kids play date, and you will be the third wheel / childminder. And are you really trying to convince me that a woman who is not desperate would invest time in that? Women, despite being in love, admit anonymously that they feel unhappy that they have to put up with kids that aren't theirs. And dating a single father is like volunteering to have your own voice stripped away from you. You can't talk about your needs like no dates if the children are coming along and a few days without children, so that you can enjoy a fraction of the honeymoon phase that couples without someone else's kid have in the beginning of a blooming relationship. Because you are immediately silenced. Most of the times it results in a fight calling you selfish and uncaring, while a lot of men manage to manipulate women into spending less time with her children so that he can claim a demand that no children can be brought along on date nights, because women are more frightful to lose a partner than men. Men usually see how far they can milk their manipulation on you until it's time for you to be kicked to the curb, and they know that a lot of women fear of being abandoned, and women are more prone in a condition called the Stockholm Syndrome. The Stockholm Syndrome is a condition where women feel stuck and unhappy because of a husband's behavior, but still put up with it, because they tell themselves that the man will change back to how he was, or they feel that this is the best they can get because being a leftover is the worst thing ever. I know so, because when I was dating for a year I started to put up with his crap, because I didn't want to be abandoned and hated the idea that my demands to be treated with value will be the reason of our split. After realizing what he has done, I've sworn off single fathers and men who act like little children, because I'm neglecting myself of a wonderful time a real man can give me. As I said in my previous video, protect yourself from shitty men at all costs, and be like Thor's hammer before they have a chance to manipulate you. Drop single fathers like a hot potato, because if you want to see a glimpse of a mentally abusive relationship, then a single father is your best match. Single fathers are never worthy. Men who cater to you and only you are the ones who are worthy, not the ones who need to cater to baby mamas, unruly children and alimony or child support before he take a glance at you and nurture your needs. Women are worried about coming off as cruel for saying no to single fathers, but why don't they see the cruelty they inflict on themselves by dating these landmines? Don't let YouTube videos where men or women are happily living together with a kid that's not theirs. They won't show you the horrid stuff. Having your personal time interrupted, your identity hijacked because you can't raise those children the way you feel like it's good for them. If his kids are on drugs or do nothing but play video games, your only option is to ignore it, because what daddy says goes. Except when it's time to pay for his kids' needs and carry the heavy burden of looking after his kids and come home to a dirty house for you to clean every day. Only then his kids are yours to, but it's only his children when it comes to scolding them, teaching them new skills for life or manners, because in that area you don't have the final say. With other words, it's glorified taking advantage of a woman and glorified mental abuse, because no one will pull a woman aside and tell her that she deserves better, way better than he can offer. Women need to live for the future, not for the moment. A faulty second-hand car will break down in a few years, so it's better to invest in a new one with no complications attached. Most single fathers are big children who rather keep their kids happy than make them understand that their girlfriends are respectable women in their lives and demand from their kids to treat you with the highest respect. Like calling you ma'am and never raise their voice to you or act out of line. The reason why single fathers won't do that is because they don't see you as a respectable lady in their life. And they never will. Because when you understand men's nature, you also know that they don't come to you to make you happy or feel special. It's for their own gain. So be a woman, not a little girl, and stay away from single fathers. Don't make their screw up your screw up, because you owe these creatures and the washed up women who defend them nothing. Not even an explanation. Women who hate your guts for saying no to single fathers are successfully brainwashed by men, and the hater said she lost brain cells by watching my single dad videos. That's funny, because as far as I know you can't lose brain cells if you don't have any. No woman with a normal functional brain would call you out for saying no. Women who use their heads instead of their feelings to make their decision know that single fathers are in the worst type of men category. Child-free submissive men are the least trouble, and you don't have to take my word for it. It's a proven fact that women who have submissive men are the happiest. A lot of women want dominant men, because they are taught to be mindless puppets who only see a purpose if he puts a ring on it. Almost every little girl dressed up as a princess and want to live in a big castle and with a wonderful prince to be by their side, and that desire wavers when girls grow up. They are taught to oppress their natural desire to be treated like a princess, and are told to submit to man by having his children and be at his service, and men are told to have a maid and own her too. A princess doesn't only represent high maintenance, but also strength and free-spiritedness, because no man can tell a princess what to do, and instead of seeing the word princess as a symbol of strength, it is used as an insult by men. And that's why we women need to start thinking for ourselves instead of what men want. Together we can make a good change, and make it harder for single fathers to ruin another woman's life by simply saying no.